Acha, you people have seen that the numerical solution of equations, we get an idea of the root through the graphical method, and then through that calculation that where we determine that the root lies between two particular values. Now this iterative formula or the iteration gives us the exact root. How that is done, let me give you an example. Like again, I'm taking that question number 21, whose equation was e raised to power 2x, and that is equal to 14 minus x squared. If you look back, that we had, like, you know, these sketches here, the sketches gave us an idea that yes, there are two roots, and if I had scaled it, then you could have seen that this, what is the approximate value of this root and this root over here. Okay, now secondly, through the calculation, you have seen with the help of that remainder factor theorem basically concept, you have seen that the root is somewhere between 1.2 and 1.3. now if you have time with you, then you can, like, you know, narrow down this gap. Like for example, you can try finding f of 1.2 and then f of 1.25 instead of 1.3. So you just narrow down the gap over here between these two values. Okay, you may go up to like 1.21 and 1.2, let's say this is 1.23. okay, and suppose you get a change of sign between 1.21 and 1.22, then you can again go to 1.211 and, like, you know, so this is very complicated and very confusing method over here. This can take a lot of time to reach to that root over here. Okay, so this iterative formula, you will see that the iterative formula, this how this is going to give you the exact value of that root. Okay, now something that I'm going to tell you right now that is not a part of your syllabus. If you are in FSC, then you have to learn that. Now what is that iterative formula? We basically make x the subject of this equation. There can be many ways of making x the subject. Okay, so I'm not going to go into the detail of that. If you look at the third part, he has given us himself an equation x equal to half ln 4 minus x squared, and he's asking that show that this root also satisfies this equation. So this is basically that this equation has been obtained through that process that I was telling you, that where you make x the subject. Okay, Acha. Now, different people can make x in different ways. Now, we have to show that both of these two equations are same. When it says show that the root also satisfies this equation, so that means the equations have to be same. So you just manipulate this algebraically and show that this equation is exactly this one. So how we can do that? I'll do that cross multiplication. It's 2x. Okay. And then I ln inverse of this 2x, that is 14. So this is 14 here. 14 minus x squared. Okay. And then you have ln inverse of 2x basically means e raised to 2x. So you have to show that this is really this equation. So this has been rearranged in a way that x is the subject. Now I have done that in my FSC. Now once you have x made the subject, what do? You write it like this: x n plus 1, that is half ln 14 minus xn squared. Okay, you put n plus 1 with this, and this thing is called the iterative formula. Now you must be thinking that what the hell is this? Definitely this is a normal thing to think like this. Now I'll tell you that what is happening right now. You just have shown that the root lies between 1.2 and 1.3. And I also told you to narrow down this gap. Now, we will not be narrowing down the gap. This process will do that itself. Now, If we will start by this, we'll say, okay, our x1 is 1.2. Just look at this, x1 is 1.2. When you put this x1 here, n is 1, this will become 2 over here, okay? So your x2 will be half ln, and this is 14 minus, I'll be putting that 1.2 in the brackets, and then there is a square. So I have this x2, you have to write this correct to 4 decimal places. This should be 1.2653. Okay? Then you go back to the calculator, do not delete anything, like using the back button here. You change this 1.2 with the answer, like you let all the things be as it is. So it's 14, and you delete this 1.2 and press the answer button inside here. When you do that, this 1.2653 will take its place automatically. Okay, and then you press the equal button. If you guys are with me, then you will see that you will be getting 1.2653. 1.2653 again. 1.2653. Okay, now you just need to press the equal button. Don't do anything. Just press the equal button here. Oh, I didn't change that, so that is I'm giving the same answer. So there is 1.2588. This was 1.2588. Okay, now I only have to press the equal button. And I got 1.2595. 1.2595. Okay, and then I press the equal button again. I get 1.2594. We have to write this correct to 4 decimal places. I press the equal button again. Now this has converged. You see that there is no change in these values up to, like, the 4 decimal places. So we say that therefore this x is correct to 2 decimal places. This is 1.26. That is the exact root of our equation. Okay, so this is called the iterative formula.